does not define me. Its purpose was to refine me. God, he took my broken pieces to transform and renew me. Now I'm beautifully reconstructed. Beautifully reconstructed. I'm beautifully reconstructed. Beautifully reconstructed. I am. Let's talk. Let's heal. Let's live.
Great morning. I am Michelle Patrice Wade of Beautifully Reconstructed. We are the ministry devoted to helping others discover that God can use the brokenness of their past to beautifully reconstruct them and launch them into their divine destiny. So today I am truly honored to have this beautiful guest with me on today, Dr. Jacqueline Stewart.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
I am just honored that you would even ask me.
Oh,
Thank you so
you.
much.
You are such a beautiful soul inside and out. This is my first time meeting you. However, as stated, I feel as if I know you through our loved ones.
That's
not
the
yes.
Jesus that's in both of
Yes,
us.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
If you would, could you just share with the audience a little bit about who you are?
Well, I'm Jacqueline W. Stewart, and that W stands for Whitfield. That's my maiden name, and I carry that very proudly.
Yes.
I am a pediatrician with Magnolia Pediatrics South here in Birmingham, Alabama. And me and my partner have been together since medical school, which now is adding up to 50 years. So we have been partners in Magnolia. We started Magnolia in 1979, and so we have been together that long. I am married to a wonderful man, George W. Stewart, who has so many titles that it would take me half the day just to unrattle his titles. And he is definitely a man of God and a man who stands beside me, and we walk together in the works of the Lord.
I can tell that the joy that just beamed off your face when you said my husband.
Did I blush?
You did.
Yeah.
No, what was your passion behind becoming a pediatrician?
I have always loved children, and as I was growing up, it was just me and my older brother for 13 years, and we were actually born the same year. He was born in January and I was born in December. So we were that close.
Wow, yes.
And in the community where I grew up, there were families that had 10 children, 13 children, 16 children, and it was just me and him. But I would go borrow other people's babies because I just love babies so much. And the Lord spoke to me as a child and promised that I would be a physician. And I just put that together with my love for children and became a pediatrician.
Wow.
Yes.
As a child, you
As a child.
received your vision.
Yes. Yes.
And I like how you said you stole other people's children.
I borrowed
You took them back?
back to them.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
Now, when you are serving the community,
Yes.
what does that look like for you? Because, of course, when you deal with medicine and then you deal with being a Christian, how does that look like? What does that walk look like for you?
Well, it has combined itself. Because for years, as a matter of fact, the way I met my husband, I was a religious speaker around the community. And every Sunday I was somewhere doing something for the Lord. Fridays I was somewhere doing something for the Lord. And he was on the radio as a religious announcer. And he would read the announcements about where I would be and what I was doing. And of course he said, this lady must be one of those divinity doctors. And then he found out, no, she's an MD.
Yes.
And he said that she's something special to be doing that with those credentials. And but anyway, that was my introduction. But as I think about it, I recall now when I was in medical school, I was the third black female to finish the University of Alabama School of Medicine.
Yes.
But it was not an easy road.
I can imagine.
Because as we were about to graduate, we had some problems with National Boards of Medical Examiners. They refused to release our scores, and the school said, well, we can't graduate you until we get those scores. And so we went through that trauma, and a lady came to me one day and asked me to speak at her church. And it was almost like the minute I said yes, those other doors start opening. So I was able to take that test again and passed it.
Yes, absolutely.
And got my degree. Then I had to take it again because they said it was not a regularly testing period of time. So in order to get my national board certification, I had to take it a third time. But the Lord blessed, and here I am with my national license and my degree. So it was when I said yes to the Lord that he started opening doors and brought me out of the depression that I went through during that time.
I can imagine, because knowing that you qualified to move forward and not being able to move forward, not because of your own doing, but because of someone else's,
as they
trying
called
to
it,
limitate
statistical inconsistencies.
Yes. But you know, one of the things that teaches us through your journey is don't quit.
Don't quit.
Don't quit, because you could have easily said, well, maybe I misheard God, or you know, maybe it's just not the time, or maybe it's just not for me.
Yeah. But I knew what God had said. And God has a way of using those valleys to take us to the mountaintop.
Yes,
and as I've said so many times, even with the Israelites, they had to go through the wilderness to get to the promised land. So, you know, that's what he does sometimes. And that just shows the strength of the Lord, and it just proves what he can do.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what we're all about, is proving what our God can do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So when we go through, he takes us through as a testament to his power, not us, but to his power. And he has never left me.
Never left, never forsaken. And you know, even when you talk about the children of Israel, that's one of my favorite stories, because you know, God gave them a promise.
Yes.
And we know that God is not a man that he should lie. So the promise was theirs. A lot of them did not obtain the promise because they gave up in the process. They were still slaves to Egypt in the mindset. And so if our mindsets do not shift, and like you said, I heard God, I knew what God said. He said it clearly. If God says it, then that's it. There's nothing to negotiate.
That's it.
I'm going to move forward regardless of what it looks like. Faith, not sight.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And what you have to realize too is the nation, the children, the promise was theirs.
Yes, ma'am.
And even though some of them, most of them that started out didn't make it, their generations made it.
Yes, they did.
So they, in fact, did make it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
As long as our generations make it, that's the longevity of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. They did make it to the milk and honey.
Yeah,
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And when you even say that, you know, that's why it's so important for us to be beautiful examples of God's goodness, and you know, teaching the generations behind us who God is, so that we can even if it's something that God gave us and we didn't complete it,
Yeah.
then that next generation can move forward in
Mhm.
that.
The promises of God are yes and amen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Whether it's with you, but through you,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. there's still yes
All
and
he's
amen.
all he's looking for is your yes.
That's it.
And
That's it.
once you
Mhm.
surrender, you can move
Mhm.
forward.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am. So when you talk about the fact that you endured and moved forward through the testing, and God started opening doors for you, and you were able to move forward. Now, when you talk about those doors, share some of those doors that you initially walked through to let you know that, okay, I'm going in the right path.
Yeah. Well, first of all, when he opened that door, when we had to go against a national organization
Yes, ma'am.
to overcome and to be able to achieve that we set out to achieve.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
and then after that, me and my partner went into practice with another physician, and he actually hired us. And that story is so long, I won't want to get into it, but because we were together, and our mindsets were together. But it's amazing how God reached down in Birmingham, Alabama, but more specifically Edgewater, Alabama,
Yes, ma'am.
which is an outskirt of Birmingham. And my partner is from Ghana, West Africa. And he went to Ghana and Edgewater and put those two things together. It's just amazing. Nobody but a God can do that.
Right. God never ceases to amaze me.
And now, 50 years later, we're still practicing medicine together. But so that was something that God did that I had no real inkling of an idea of how that would happen.
Yes.
But we met in medical school, we went into the same area of medicine, and we went into practice together. And me and his wife get along like sisters.
Yes.
His children call me Mama. My children call him Uncle Paul. And
Yes.
so, that's the relationship that we have and have had down through the years.
So it's not just a professional relationship. You're now family
Yes, we are.
from different parts of the
Engrafted.
world. Is it right? That's amazing when you even say that God would have the same vision on two hearts and bring
Yes.
those visions together
Across the
the world.
Yes.
As only
The
God.
other side of the world. Because there's no time or space with him.
None.
There's no time or space with God. So the space didn't matter to him. He knew what he was pulling together.
Yes, ma'am. When you had to go up against the board, because
Yeah.
that's so significant to me, because we live in a I was about to say we live in a time it seems as if they're going backwards. That's why I kind of hesitate to say that, but we do live in a time where the doors that you walk through helped others walk
Yes.
through some doors.
Yes.
So when I know that you said that God, what God said, and so you went forward. However, was there any type of intimidation or fear that the enemy tried to throw your way to stop you from moving forward? And what did that look like for you?
I think that was his biggest weapon to stop me. And when he saw he couldn't stop me there. When he saw whose child I was,
Yes.
and when he saw that he was defeated, after that, everything just started falling in place. And God just started elevating me. He just started elevating me. I can't even count how many of my former patients are now physicians.
Really?
As a matter of fact, my internist was a patient of mine. And he tells everybody now, he said I was sickly when I was growing up. He had asthma, bronchitis, and he said every time he would come into my office sick, I'd make him feel better. and I would reach in my pocket and give him a lollipop. And he said, that looks like a swell way to make a living. So he became a physician, and now he's my physician.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
he
my
is.
goodness.
And another one was she was born into my practice, and as she was growing up, she would tell her mom, "I want to be just like Dr. Stewart. I want to be just like Dr. Stewart. I want to be just like Dr.
Yes.
Stewart." So she would come to me and she said, "I want to be just like you." So she actually spent some time shadowing me, and she said, "I want to be I want to be a physician. I want to be a pediatrician. I want to be a Delta. I want to be a Christian." And she just started naming
Yes,
off
ma'am.
stuff. And she said, "I just want to be just like you." So now she is a physician. She is a Delta. She, I guess, is one of the main members of her church. She is very
Yes.
active. She and her husband are very active in their church. She is not only boarded in pediatrics, but she's boarded in adult psychiatry and pediatric psychiatry.
Oh, she's thriving.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the way you do it. When you plant a seed, you don't expect a seed, you expect a tree.
Yes, yes, I love that. Yes, ma'am. I'm not expecting a seed. I'm expecting a tree.
That's right.
And I actually wanted to ask if you have some lollipops.
Never leave home without them.
Now, although you've been ministering within your practice, because I can hear it,
Yes.
and even through the fact that you've been able to influence, be a positive influence on the generation behind you,
Yes.
and now they're thriving in
Yes.
their profession. What does ministry outside of the office look like for you?
Well, well, now, you know, my husband's a minister, and we have a ministry. It's called Last Psalms in Ministry. We do together. I also have a ministry called Mission Hugs, Inc., which is a ministry that helps families with special needs children. And that came out of another wonderful ministry that the Lord gave me, which is Hugs and Kisses, which is a sick child daycare. And it went from taking care of children who were mildly ill, colds, runny nose, things that the regular daycare would not take,
Yes, ma'am.
so that parents can continue to work while these children got better, because they were going to get better.
Yes.
And as a result of that, we had parents with children with special needs that would come and go and come. And then they decided, we just want to stay.
Just wanna stay.
So they come to my daycare every day. So that Mission Hugs is the 501c3 that helps raise funds so that we can scholarship these children, we can buy equipment for these children, we can give parents relief for these children. And we've done things like send parents to conferences on special needs. Just recently, we had a parent who enrolled her child, and she was having to transport an oxygen tank every day because she didn't have a spare one or a spare setup. So one day she came, and I didn't know this. She had not mentioned this to me. And one day she came and trying to get the child the oxygen tank, the wheelchair, out of the car, she accidentally dropped the child and had to go to the hospital to get checked and everything. So when I found this out, I said, oh, we're going to buy that other oxygen setup so you don't have to transport. So that's what we did. And that's what Mission Hugs is about. So we've got so many ministries going. And oh my God, the fundraisers that we do.
Yes, ma'am.
This past year's fundraiser was a gospel concert with Jacqueline
Yes.
and Dr. Vanessa Bell Armstrong.
Okay.
And I mean, they rocked the house.
Yes, ma'am.
But we raised more money than we had raised before.
Yes.
And so we're able to do more. And part of it is to raise funds, But part of it is to make the public aware
Yes, ma'am.
that there are families that have children that can't get around like your children.
Yes, ma'am.
We honored 2 young people who are both Down syndrome. And one of them has a school named after her. Her parents
that's
developed a
beautiful.
school called Miracle
Miracle,
Academy
okay.
because her name is Miracle.
Miracle.
And then we had a young man who actually has an ice cream truck.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he has an ice cream truck, and he's trained more Down syndrome children to work on the truck.
Oh, wow.
So we honored them at our last fundraiser. And we're getting ready to do one this fall.
Now, what does that look like? What are you doing
Oh,
this
it's going to be a prom.
Oh, that's, oh,
It's going to be a prom.
yes.
So we're going to decorate and have them come out in their finery and just have a good
That's
time.
beautiful.
So we're going to have a prom this year.
Now, do you get people from the community to volunteer and come
Oh,
and
I've
help?
got the best crew of people that come
Yes.
in and help us throughout the year, really. So we have a working staff that's
Okay.
volunteer.
Okay.
And then, you know, the community just comes in and just shows out.
If someone wanted to make a donation, tell our audience how they are able to do that. Definitely.
Yeah, it's Mission Hugs Inc. It's a 501c3. There is a Cash App
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
Mission Hugs, $ Mission Hugs, and then the address is 1716 Fifth Avenue North, Birmingham, Alabama 35214. Telephone number 205-324-HUGGS.
And it with hugs.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, Dr. Stewart, you busy. You have a lot going on. Your cup is full.
Really?
Your cup, it seems as if it is.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. What does self-care look like for you?
It doesn't feel like work.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like work. But I don't go to my office on Friday.
Okay.
So I sit in my living room with my flowers and my prayer cloth, and I
Yes.
just relax and talk to God and let Him talk to me. And that's my unwind period. It's Friday mornings.
Friday
so don't nobody
morning.
mess with me on
Nobody.
Friday.
Don't call me.
Don't
Don't text me.
Unless it's for prayer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy traveling?
I love traveling. When I was younger, I traveled. I've been to Africa. I've been to Greece. And of course, you know, the vacation spots we've traveled. I just love traveling. I think it broadens you so.
Yes, ma'am.
It really does. Not only broadens you, but it relaxes you.
It does.
To get into a different environment and see something different from what the 4 walls you watch every day.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, I love traveling.
Good.
Our last trip was to California doing the fires.
Really?
Yeah, we went to see our brother.
Okay.
And because he was recuperating, and
Okay.
went to bless him.
Okay. So that's a regular spot for you, California, since your brother is out there, or?
Well,
Yeah.
we hadn't been in a while,
Okay.
and we
Okay.
felt like it was time to go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my husband's brother that's out there.
Okay.
But, you know, we just one family. When I say my brother, that's my
Absolutely.
brother.
Absolutely.
My natural brother is in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes, ma'am.
And he comes home often because his wife is also from Birmingham. So, and her family is here in Birmingham. So we get to see him pretty often.
I can tell family is very important to
Very.
you. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Yeah, that's, I always say that family is our first ministry.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am. So we have to make sure that we dedicate some time and space for them.
Charity
to love on
starts
them.
at home.
Yes, ma'am.
And then spreads abroad.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yeah, because yes, oftentimes we can get so focused on our assignments and our vision, and sometimes we can neglect spending that time. But
Exactly.
But I love that you said you take space and time to say, okay, I want to travel and,
Yeah.
spend time.
Mm-hmm.
And even before shooting, even with your grandchildren and spending time with them. You're a proud grandmother.
Sometimes I don't feel like they're grandmama. I feel like they're mama.
Yes.
But yeah, because when my babies were babies, their parents didn't know what it was like to have children on the weekend.
Oh, really?
That's right, because I got them. My husband would tell me, "I think you're starting to withdraw from last week." By Thursday, I'm saying,
ma'am.
"Okay, I'm ready for my babies now."
Oh, goodness. See, I just said that you're a family oriented because sometimes grandparents are like, okay, come pick up your kids.
No, not me.
I think that oftentimes you don't realize the blessing that it is to be
Yeah.
able to spend time with them because children grow so fast.
They really do, because mine are all grown now, and it's like, where did the time go? I'm still thinking about Samad in the Bahamas wanting to get in the big pool, and I'm saying, no, we're going to stay in the little pool.
In a little pool.
And, no, I want to go to the big pool. No, we're staying in the little pool. My husband said, y'all take this to the room. I said, no, we're handling this right here.
When we stay in a little pool.
Yes,
That's
we're
right.
staying in the little pool. Yeah.
Now, before we end, I definitely, now we know that the prom is coming up.
Yes.
And I'm excited about that. I
You want
can't
to come
wait.
to the prom?
Yeah, I'm going to look at my schedule when the date is
Okay,
released.
We'll set the date soon.
Yes, ma'am. When you
Yes,
do that, let me know because my calendar is free. I want to get dressed up.
Help me out. I'm getting a new dress.
I know.
Yeah.
What else can the community expect from what God has birthed through you?
I don't know what God's going to do next, but I'm willing to do whatever He says.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's always an incubation. It's always something that unfolds. I call it that onion effect.
Yes, ma'am.
You peel away one layer, and then there's another layer.
Yes, ma'am.
Then another layer.
I'm very
then
familiar
another-
with that. Yes, ma'am. And just when you thought that was it.
He comes up with something else. He always does. That's the kind of God he is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, you've given the information for the
Mission
for
Hugs.
hugs, yes, ma'am, for Mission Hugs, which I love the name.
Yes.
I'm a hugger, so that
Me too.
yeah. So I'm just saying that
Yes.
I love it. Is there personal contact information for the ministry that you can provide to the audience so that if they want to be a part, because you mentioned that you and your husband have a ministry.
Yes.
So if they want to come stop by and join, how could they
Yeah,
do that?
And they can always reach me through Mission Hugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's also the address, phone number,
Intertwines.
everything for Hugs and Kisses.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that's why it's 32 Hugs.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, and of course we're on Facebook.
Okay.
And you can always reach us that way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This has been a beautiful conversation. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
me
you
today.
for having me.
Absolutely.
You just made me feel like talking.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we're doing. We're talking. We're going to allow God to navigate the conversation, and it was a
yes.
beautiful one.
Thank you.
If they're to end the conversation, if you had to leave with a word of encouragement to the audience, what would that be today?
There are two scriptures that I really live by. The first one is, in all thy ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct thy path.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you delight yourself in the Lord,
Yes, ma'am.
He will give you the desires of your heart.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Amen.
If they can live by that, the rest is gravy.
If they can live by that, they'll thrive in Him.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
And thank you, audience, for joining us yet again for Beautifully Reconstructed. Just remember that I am not, you are not, we are not inadequate. We are beautifully reconstructed. Until next time.
My broken pieces to transform